So in the brand new update, War Tycoon has just added a new crate, which basically gives us the grenade launcher and the KS1. Well, in today's video, guys, I'll actually be showcasing to you guys the brand new grenade launcher, which was just added in War Tycoon. And if to anyone that really wonders how good this thing truly is, today we'll be finding out exactly that. So firstly, taking a look at this vehicle's main stats, and this is where things do get truly interesting because a lot of them are actually misleading. First of all, the damage, we're completely going to be ignoring that because this isn't accurate. The fire rate is going to be 160, the range is going to be 900, an accuracy of 82.4, and the recoil is basically non-existent, which is really weird for a grenade launcher. As far as I know, these things do have pretty high recoil in real life. Now, in terms of attachments, you do have the sights and you also have the grip, so this thing will definitely be heavy in terms of this regard, which is actually very good. Now, the first thing which I'd like to teach you guys before showcasing any damage is that this weapon does have a very good fire rate because it can actually consecutively fire a lot of these grenades. However, with this, an issue of this weapon is that it does actually have velocity or just the bullet fall off, which the bullets will be falling off kind of quickly. So if you want to actually get a good shot on the enemy, you're really going to have to aiming these things up, or else you're most likely not going to be hitting the enemy. However, it's definitely going to be worth it in close quarters combat, and I'll be explaining to you just why. So firstly, this grenade launcher will be doing around half of your health if you are wearing the 2x vest per a direct shot, and to be honest, this isn't the highest damage in the world, but if it was to actually one-tap, that just simply wouldn't be unfair. You have to remember, you do have 6 of these grenades which do actually have area damage, so on average you're going to be 2-shotting the enemy. However, keep in mind in here, I was not able to do that simply because I gave Meowser here time to actually regenerate, and by the way, make sure to subscribe to him. I'll leave a link to him in the description. Now, the next thing which I'm analyzing over here is going to be the area damage of these grenades. So my friend is slowly going to be moving more towards the place which I'm actually shooting the grenades at, and as you guys can see, I am currently just slowly shooting these grenades, and this is around the mark where the enemy will be getting hit. However, keep in mind that the closer you shoot these grenades to the enemy, the more damage it obviously does. And now another fun fact which I also do have for you guys is that this weapon will fully be countering the riot shield, and you pretty much are not going to be immune if you're going to be holding it against a grenade launcher enemy, so I definitely do not suggest that. The damage will still be pretty similar. And now moving into the damage against ground vehicles and tanks. Firstly, against the Abrams X, which is maxed out, this thing will be able to do exactly 5 to 6% on average, meaning that after hitting 6 consecutive shots, you'll be able to do an average of around 30%. However, you do have to keep in mind that you're probably not going to be hitting every single grenade, so in terms of tank combat, the C4 is definitely going to be much more recommended. And against something like the Lava or really any other ground vehicle, this thing will be able to do pretty much higher damage since the health is overall lower on the ground vehicles. However, the multiplier seems to remain the same, so the higher the health of a vehicle, the more of a hard time you're going to be having if you're going to be trying to kill them with a grenade launcher. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be everything in terms of the vehicles, and honestly, I'm not going to be testing this against air because it's simply not realistic. You're not going to be hitting these shots in any circumstances. And now lastly, moving into some final tips and tricks for this weapon and how you could use it effectively, and give you guys my final review. Overall, this thing will be very good in terms of taking down enemies in terms of close range quarters, so if you guys want to actually use this weapon very effectively, I suggest you guys to actually be sitting in tight spaces where there's not really a place to run, but also try to surprise your enemy around the corners because this weapon will be very effective against those, and I think it's going to be very good in terms of overall defending your bunkers, so I definitely recommend you guys to be using this weapon for that. Overall, in conclusion, this is going to be one of the best weapons in the game. Hopefully it won't be too annoying. I will say it was actually decently balanced out. I do like it being added to the meta. I just really hope it won't be too OP, but if it is, it'll probably get nerfed next week according to my guess. Anyway, for the time being, that's going to be everything I have for you guys in today's video. I will be reviewing the brand new weapon, the KS1, tomorrow. It's also an amazing weapon, but yeah, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to my channel members, and make sure to join the Discord server.